Good morning, all. We will start our function within 5 minutes. Good morning, one and all. It is my immense pleasure to welcome everyone present here. On behalf of Department of Mechanical Engineering of PVG's College of Engineering and GK Pate Vani Institute of Management Pune, I, Professor Ami Barot, welcomes you all for the inaugural function of 2 days faculty development program on Labview for Engineers. I would like to welcome Shri S.P. Redekar, Chairman Pune Vidyarthi Graham, Professor R.G. Kaduskar, Director PVG COET and GK Pate Vani Institute of Management, Dr. M.R. Tarambade, Principal PVG COET and GK Pate Vani Institute of Management Pune. A very warm welcome to the speakers of this FDP, Mr. Lakhan Bajaj, Technical Lead at KPIT Pune, Professor Dr. Mitra from MES College of Engineering Pune, and Professor Rahul Port from VIIT Pune. I would like to welcome the participant present here for the FDP and also those attending in the online mode. I also welcome heads of various departments, deans, faculty members and student volunteers. Now I request Dr. P.J. Kulkarni, Coordinator of the FDP, to brief about the FDP.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, one and all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, participants present here, participants attending remotely via online mode. Once again, a warm welcome to you all for the inaugural function of 2 days faculty development program on Labview for Engineers, organized by Department of Mechanical Engineering in association with IEI, Institution of Engineers, Pune. Labview, that is Laboratory Virtual Instrumentation Engineering Workbench, is a graphical programming environment which has become very prevalent throughout research labs, academia and industry. It is a powerful and versatile analysis and instrumentation software system for measurement and automation. This was the motivation behind organizing this faculty development program, which is going to offer hands-on experience of learning. The requirements of hands-on learning, as we know, puts a lot of constraint on the number of resources and number of participants. But I'm delighted to share that we have received an overwhelming response of more than 60 participants. Knowledge has no barriers, no boundaries. On request of many participants, we then decided to organize the FDP in online, offline mode. So I can say that this is NEP compliant program offering education in offline as well as online mode. Let me now come back to the schedule day-wise. Day 1 today, that is Friday 26th May 2023. The speaker we have got is Mr. Lakhan Bajaj, who is technical lead at KPIT, as madam said. So he will be delivering following contents. He will be obviously starting with introduction to Labview to explore Labview environment and data type functions. The second session will be on case structures and flat sequence, formula node and expression node. The third session will be on loops, shift registers, arrays and clusters. So this will be the contents of day 1. On day 2, that is tomorrow, Saturday, on 27th May 2023, the first session will start at 10 a.m. in the morning. The topic will be synchronization techniques, then SIM4's producer-consumer architecture. So I think these are the contents which are very much the requirements of industry. Next session will be conducted by professor from VIT, Dr. Rahul Port. He is from ANTC department at VIT. He will be focusing on plotting data waveform charts, waveform, XY graphs, input, output, and high-level file input, output. The next session will be conducted by my friend Dr. Mitra, who is professor in mechanical engineering in Wadia College. So he will be focusing on the most popular phenomena across the globe, that is Labview for vibrations. And in line with this session, my colleague Professor Barot and myself will be focusing on creating the first application, in which case we will be actually acquiring signal from real machinery and will be using signal processing techniques from electronics. I'm very glad to say that we have got in our laboratory world-class instrumentation having hardware and software, and let me say that many PhDs and MTech projects have been done on that system. Okay, thank you for patience listening. Happy learning.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Principal Sir to felicitate Sri S.P. Redekar, Chairman, Pune Vidyarthi Graham. Thank you, sir. Now I request Principal HOD Mechanical to felicitate Professor R.G. Kaduskar, Director PVG COET and G.K. Pate, Vani Institute of Management, Pune. Thank you, sir. You all can sit. Now let me first introduce expert for the FDP, Mr. Lakhan Bajaj. He is a technical lead at KPIT Pune and NI certified associate Labview developer. He is having vast experience of Labview. He has developed ATE and also he is expert in HIL system setup and configuration, hardware interfacing with the NI Labview. Now I request Honorable Chairman Shri S.P. Redekar Sir to felicitate Mr. Lakhan Bajaj. Memento. Thank you, sir. Okay. Now our second expert for the FDP is Professor Dr. Mitra from Wadia College, and he is expert trainer in NI Labview. Now I request Honorable Kaduskar Sir to felicitate Mitra Sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Lakhan Bajaj to say few words.
Good morning, all of you. Okay. So first of all, I will thank all the dignitaries of the dais to having me here. So it's my privilege here to contribute whatever I have known in my past experience. A little bit I can share with you. Okay. So I will start with this note here, is to take this session as an opportunity to learn something new, because right now the phase is going on in industry as well as academia is like, if you are not striving for any innovation, if you are not striving for any new thing, the survival is difficult, right? All of us here in this situation. So if you want to do some innovative things, you should have that kind of tool with you, because innovation as a word sounds very what you can say, very surprising and very enthusiastic word is there, innovation, but that comes with a very heavy baggage. Okay, so we many times use this word, but that is very difficult to do. Innovate something is very difficult to do. Okay, so and if you are not having right kind of tools with you, you will get stuck. Let me give you a simple example here. Okay, for example, you have one algorithm in your mind and you think that it is better than PID controller. All of you can relate to PID controller, or let's say any controller. Okay, there is one controller and you have that impression in your mind, I can create a better logic than this controller, but you have to prove it, right? You should have results for it, you should have proper justification that your controller algorithm is better than the already existing controllers in the world, right? That's the innovation. So you have to perform certain experiments to validate your point. You should have some reports with you, you should have some data with you to validate those things. And while you will start in that journey to get those data, to get those reports, to get those validations, in that time you will see many obstacles, okay, which are not going to be solved with a traditional way. Modern problems need modern solutions. Okay, so Labview and National Instruments hardwares are a platform, are the right tools for you to innovate further, because it makes the initial journey easy for you to interact with the real world, real signals, real parameters. Okay, because the exact challenge or exact struggles comes after that. You have acquired anything, now you have to process it, now you have to apply that actual physical measurement into your logic, and then it will produce results, and that result you are going to validate that this is a better controller. So the first thing is to acquire a real-time data, to acquire a real parameters. So if you get stuck in that thing, you won't be able to focus on the real algorithm, correct? So Labview make things easier in that initial phase. That's why we hope that we can provide you some better things from our end. Whatever I know from my past experience, I have worked in Labview for almost, you can say, 9 years till date. So, and my final year project also was in Labview, is in the TIFR. It was a research project, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. We have published international journal papers on that also. So I will bring my 200% into this FDP program, and the same is been expected from your side. Okay, feel free to ask any doubts throughout the session. Okay, okay, fine, then let's create this as FDP a wonderful session. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Professor Dr. Mitra, sir, to say few words.
Thank you, madam. On the dais, respected Chairman, sir, PVG, Director, sir, PVG COT, Principal, sir, and of the dais, my friends, participants, and students. I think that Mr. Lakhan is already explain you that what is the feasibility and what is that area you can work on that Labview. He is an industry expert, real expert on the industry. We on that other side actually as a faculty member, okay, we are producing our student,
and we are given that some awareness, some knowledges to work in that industry for the Labview. I think the last 2010 to 12 years I'm working on that Labview, and it is started from my own PhD journey, and I think that many young faculties I can see who are wants to do that PhD or already started the PhD. And there's one factor is always coming in that PhD viva, especially on that end of that viva pre-synopsis. Where is your validations? Okay, that is that very complicated thing actually, that where is your validations of your model, which is basically on that experimental model. And whenever we want to do that experimentation as a faculty, industry is doing all these things for the industry's standard. But as a faculty, whenever we are start doing that some experimentation, so we are just stuck up on that data acquisitions part. And many of that different domain as that electronics instrumentations or some electrical department also, mechanical department. I am basically from the mechanical, okay, and as a mechanical engineer, we understand, we never to understand all these electronic circuits of Arduino and all other things, okay. So I'm searching for my PhD. I just want to express all these things on that sessions also, on tomorrow's sessions. My journey only, as in faculty, we learn it Labview from the scratches, okay. We're not getting any training from anywhere. So I think that everyone should motivate on that one, and then we should start working on the Labview. As a faculty, when we start working on the Labview, I think we can train our students. Now, since 2011 to 2023, every year I took minimum 2 to 3 projects on the Labview. PBG is also having that Labview setups. They are also taking 2 to 3 projects every year in that Labview. That is very much necessary as in faculty. Student is having some awareness, and student is very smart. Okay, some of the student face I can see now. Okay, they are very smart. They are smarter than us also. They can pick that new technology very easily. Okay, how we need to facilitate them to work on that one. I can just give one example on my journey from the 2011. When we start working on the Labview, we said that one Labview lab, it is one center of excellence lab in our colleges in MESCOE Wadia College campus, NI lab, and I have purchased all sort of data acquisition systems on that lab in fact. So when we started, we don't know anything about that Labview, nothing to be the data acquisition system also. So we learned it, we took some of the batches, electronics group also to do some experimentations, and then data acquisition platform for my own setup in a PhD research. That group is also start learning that Labview. We are not even learn or heard also about that Labview. So we are start searching that what is that Labview, how to use it and all these things. That group is doing some coding part of the data acquisition system for my work on the suspension systems. So for that systems only. There's one girls on that one. That is the first batch in 2011. Okay, from the electronics branch. After pass out, he got the job in that JCV on Labview platform immediately, without any formal training, just doing the project on that Labview. Okay. And then after that, after JCV, he joined the Cummins. Okay, again on the Labview platform. Cummins is a very worst users of that Labview. In fact, ARI is all the test platform on the ARI in the Labview. Tata Motors is used Labview. Lakan is working on the KPIT. Every automobile company is using the Labview. Okay, in the industry, basically on the industry. So she joined in that Cummins college and then married. After that, she married also. Her husband is settled in Australia. So she going to that Australia. So she thought that I couldn't get any job in Australia and Labview. So she learned all this software part, that is Java and all these things, to get some jobs in Australia also. She gone to the Australia and then given the first interviews in some companies. That company is also having that Labview. Now she is in that company. I have seen that her name, her photos in that company's websites also. So we are in that way as a faculty and we feeling very proud that some of the student is working on the Labview. Just we are giving it some awareness to the student and they flourish on their industry's career only. So I'm requesting all in this today's job, Lakan is a very expert in that Labview in fact. So today's FDP program, you listen properly. maybe you are not understood anything about that Labview, but then you can aware about the Labview. Labview resources is very much available in that internet. You can learn it also. You can learn it with your own also. But in these 2 days, you can get some awareness on the Labview. And what is the advantage of the Labview on the other software part, that is the MATLAB, C, and other part, in fact. You should use to get that some knowledge in that hardware part also, how that data ecosystem hardware part is used to that one also. PVG is having some of the hardware vibrations and all this module also. So that also we can think. On my sessions, I just want to give you that what we have done it, some of the projects is in the last 10 to 15 years. And if we can do some project, I think that every faculty can do that project also. Okay, so that is the main motto of this one. I must thanks to that mechanical department, Bhumkar sir, and the team, Kulkarni sir, Bharut madam, also the coordinator, and other faculty member of the mechanical department to organize these competitions. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, to provide the detailed application and everything for the Labview. Now I request Dr. M.M. Bhumkar, HOD Mechanical, to address the gathering.
Honorable Sri S.P. Redekar sir, the Chairman Pune Vidyarthi Graha and the Director of PVG COIT and GKP IOM Pune. Honorable Professor R.G. Koduskar sir, the Director PVG COIT GKP IOM Pune. Our beloved Principal Dr. M.R. Tarambade sir, the Chief Guest of today's function Sri Lakhan Bajaj sir from the KPIT, the Guest of Honor Professor Dr. Bitra sir, the Senior Faculty from Wadia Engineering College. My Program Coordinator Professor Dr. P.G. Kulkarni sir, Professor Mrs. Ami Bharat madam, all the faculty participants for this Labview workshop, all my teaching, non-teaching, supporting faculty members. It's a great pleasure for me to organize this workshop. I really welcome you all for participating in this workshop. So now I brief about my department. That is, our Department of Mechanical Engineering started in the year 1991 with the sanction intake of 60. Then we have increased our intake to 120. Our department is twicely accredited by NBA. Recently, then also our college accredited by in the dual cycle the A+ in the year 2017. Our college is about to submit the NAC accreditation, which was with the reference of NEP 2020. So our department is one of the largest department in college, having 20 faculty members, out of which 5 faculties are completed the PhD, 5 are pursuing the PhD. Ours is the department having the PhD research center. Under the research center, 6 faculty members are pursuing the PhD. Ours is the department having the content beyond syllabus lab known as the robotics and automation lab. To cope up with the expectation from the industry, we have developed this lab, and our alumni is the strength of our department. With the support and the guidance from this alumni, recently we have also get recognition at national level in the Supra competition at the 3rd overall rank at the national level we have received. So and recently we have conducted the alumni meet. Their technical guidance, their support helps my department, and I am proud to say that more than 90% of my students get placed in the several core and the software industries. So our department is running the 5 honor courses with the initiative of the college management, which was benefited to our student for getting the exposure interdisciplinary in nature, like the robotics automation, the electric vehicle, then the 3D printing, packaging, AI ML. So I am very glad to give this brief information about my department. Once again, I welcome all the participants, all the dignitaries for attending this FDP on Labview for Engineer. This FDP is organized in association with the Institution of Engineers Student Chapter, and I am very glad to have the association with the Institution of Engineer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. M.R. Tarambade, Principal of PVG COET and GK Pate, WIOM, Pune to address gathering.
Good morning, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, participant, students who are taking this advantage of Labview, a real-time interface system for 2 days. It is really a great honor for the college and particularly mechanical department. They have organized FDP for not only our faculty member but for all other colleges and their staff member. And one very happy thing, this is in blended mode, so that few staff member candidates, they will study it over here, and the remaining one, they will do it from home. So this is some sort of blended mode, first time we are trying, and I think this will become a success. So you might have heard our speakers, so no question in my mind, this will become a grand success. And at the end, you will get in-outs about this program. And if you take some 2-3 projects, what the sir has said, Mishra sir has said, from the student coming batch, then this is of use. Because these cutting edge technologies, everyone should know very well and they should practice. So this is particularly a hands-on experience type of thing. Though the inauguration is in this hall, but the complete conduction is downside in a mechanical computer lab. We are having recording facility, broadcasting facility, interaction facility, so that other student participants, they will also get benefited. So I wish you all the best for these 2 days and hope you will remember this workshop in coming days. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Professor R.G. Kaduskar, sir, to address the gathering.
A very good morning to all. Chairman of Pune Vidyarthi Grah, Sri Sunil Redekar, the 2 experts from industry and academia which are present on dais, Mr. Lakhan Bajaj, Technical Lead KPIT Pune, Dr. Anirban Mitra, Professor Mechanical Engineering Department, MES COE Pune. There will be a third expert who is going to join today in the afternoon, Professor Paul from VIT Pune. Principal of the college, Professor Dr. Manoj Taramade, Head of Mechanical Engineering Department, Professor Dr. M.M. Bhumkar. The coordinator of this 2 days FDP, that is for Labview for Engineers, Professor Dr. P.G. Kulkarni. The co-coordinator, Professor Mrs. Ami Barrott. All the Mechanical Engineering Department, teaching, non-teaching, supporting staff. There are few other staff members from Electrical, ENTC Department. The student volunteers from Mechanical, and especially the participants, those who have been physically present over here and joining physically to this course, because this course is a blended mode, online and offline. So on behalf of Pune Vidyarthi Grah and the college, it gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you all for this 2 days FDP on Labview for Engineers. The title itself says Labview for Engineers because many of the people says like Labview, is it for only research? No, it is to be for the engineers. Even I can tell you my own experience because I belongs to electronics stream and I was been having this type of software exposure way back in 2001-2003 because at that time there were many simulation softwares been brought into the syllabus, and it was a great pleasure for me to work with the VLSI, the VLSI domain in that, and at that time I heard about the simulation and all those. And being an electronics, it was very essential when we download into the FPGAs or we are using the controllers or the processors. The data is to be acquired and to be fit into given to the processor for the processing. So data acquisition is one of the requirement at that time. So while switching from simulation to a tool which is giving me a data acquisition related concepts. So I think Labview is one of that software I could have, and I was fortunate from the college having training at Labview, Bangalore for 3 days over there, and I worked on Labview 7 Express. So that was the area, but in between I tried some of the projects of ENTC on Labview, and I find it very much interested. And it was my also a dream at that time that why we should not have a Labview software to be taken and explored to all the community, because it is one of the best, I can say, software which is as you are all aware, it is like a laboratory virtual instrument, like engineer's workbench. When we talk of workbench, it gives you a system design platform, it gives an environment where we can have integrate of all those components together, and we can test, analyze, measure and control the things before it is actually getting deployed. So that's a very powerful, what you can say, a tool. And I'm very happy that mechanical engineer, the engineering department of a college, utilizing that software, I think from 2000, 2002 onwards, and it was a very small exposure at that time, but over the period they had done it, and they were using it continuously in project and in some of the faculty orientations. And I'm very happy that now they are having a full-fledged setup available with them. Some of the support system is to be yet to be added as per the requirement, but that will be definitely get added in coming soon. And as I'm very happy that mechanical department having that setup with Labview, they have taken the initiative to make it this software to be explored to all the community, and particularly the engineers and the faculties who are working in mechanical domain, because everyone is interested to know what that Labview is and how it will be useful to their own project, their own research work, their own experimentation. And I think it's a very happy step taken, and I must congratulate mechanical engineering department and the team, especially Professor Dr. P.G. Kulkarni and Professor Mrs. Ami Barra, to take this initiative on behalf of the department and conducting these 2 days FDP in blended mode. And I am sure the experts like Mr. Lakhan Bajaj, then Professor Dr. Anirban Mitra and Professor Paul, I think they will give justice to this particular 2 days FDP in their sessions and in their deliberations. You have got good interactions with them. Whatever inputs they will be giving, I think you can practice, and definitely you can interact further and get the project innovation concepts to be deployed at your level. So with these words, I give my best wishes to all of you being participated here offline, as well as I must congratulate those who have been participating online, because the number is quite encouraging. I think almost 60 participants online, offline are there, and it is also a quite good sign. So on behalf of PVG and the college, I once again welcome you all for these 2 days FDP, and have a nice time, nice days, 2 days on the campus. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Sri S.V. Redekar, Chairman Pune Vidyarthi Graha, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Director Professor R.G. Kaduskar, In-charge Principal Dr. Manoj Tarambale, Chief Guest of this function Mr. Lakhan Bajaj, Guest of Honor Dr. Abhirban Mitra, Head of the Department Mechanical Engineering and Convener of this event, Dr. Bhumkar sir, Coordinator Dr. P.G. Kulkarni sir, and Professor Barrett madam, participants, teaching and non-teaching staff, students, volunteers. With great honor and pleasure, I welcome you all to this auspicious inaugural of 2 days faculty development program of mechanical engineering. of College of Engineering and Technology and GK Patevani Institute of Management, Pune. PVG is always taking initiative for the development of the staff. Faculty development helps ensure consistent quality in the classroom and in the laboratories, which leads to happy students who get the most out of their learning experiences. I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to the organizers and particularly honorable speakers, even though they are very busy with their responsibilities at their organizations. We truly appreciate your dedication, sir. Finally, this is an opportunity for me to declare the official inauguration of the Faculty Development Program of Labview for Engineers, and I wish to fruitful 2 days of interesting and beneficial program, and also that you have a pleasant stay at PVG, those who are from outside. I warmly welcome you again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, last part of the session, that is vote of thanks. On behalf of Department of Mechanical Engineering of PVG's College of Engineering and Technology and GK Patevani Institute of Management, Pune, I, Professor Ami Barot, take this opportunity to express my gratitude to all for attending inaugural function of 2 days faculty development program on Labview for Engineers. I specially thank to expert of FDP, Mr. Lakhan Bajaj, technical lead at KPIT Pune, Professor Mitra and Professor Rahul Paul for accepting the invitation to share their knowledge in the emerging field of the Labview. I would like to thank our chairman, Redekar sir, director, Kaduskar sir, for their support and motivation for organizing such type of activities. I am sincerely thankful to our principal sir for encouraging and guiding to organizing this activity. Big thank you to all the participants of the FDP present here and who have joined online meet for your overwhelming response. I am sure this FDP will be beneficial to you. Thank you to our beloved HOD, Dr. Bumkar sir and Dr. PG Kulkarni sir for coordinating the FDP. I also wish to extend my thanks to all the faculties from the other department and from mechanical department, teaching and non-teaching staff and student volunteers. Now with the permission of higher authority, I declare that the inaugural function of the FDP is over and all the participants are requested to gather in Computer Lab E for the first session of the FDP. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.